Let's get rocking around. Grab a seat. Woo! Hey, what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Was y'all at the weekend? You saw this weekend thing? Was the Alliance on fire? Or what, man? You killed it. You killed it, man. You come in here with the right attitude. Hey, listen to you. You had people following you too. I saw you coming up in here. People started piling in. Everybody had the right attitude, the right atmosphere. How about that stage with that dog up there? The Alliance in the hunt, baby. And I don't know how they did the lights behind it. It was magical. And all the camo and that fence with the cattails coming out of it. It was crazy. I mean, it was awesome. The atmosphere, the attitude, the speakers, the messages, the way they delivered them. Oh my goodness. And everybody participated in the show. People were on the chairs, people were dancing, the goats. Breanne nailed it. Bree was singing. Goodness gracious. Hey, y'all see that drone flying around? What the? Oh, they're coming for us. I was like, oh my gosh, we got a drone in the house. I can't wait to see the shots from that, the video from that. Oh my goodness. It was amazing. And just the people, interacting with the people. Everybody was shaking hands. I'll tell you, it's been the best. It was the best I've ever seen since 2003 when we had about 80 people to come to our first one. I'm not kidding you. It was, because when it was that 80, I knew every one of them good. I knew what their hearts were like. I knew what they believed. I knew their mentality. And it was like this time. It was just with 1,000 people. Nice. You gotta believe that when you come rolling in there. When you come rolling in with 1,000 people that think alike like that, see, because that's sort of power, that cohesion, the unity, people power in same. You know, because we know this: dilution dissolves. Dilution dissipates power. We're talking about like cyanide. Cyanide will kill you if it's cyanide. But if you do cyanide with about 16 gallons of water, 17 gallons of water, you just water it in, you know what I mean? But when you get the same stuff, when you get concentration like we had, we dynamite, baby. I'm going to tell you what, congratulations. You pulled it off. You did it. You were there. You made it happen. Now, if you were not there, we missed you. We really did. You would have made a difference. I know whatever situation you had to deal with your situation, and you missed something special. So here's the best I can, and I know people try to tell you, they try to explain it to you, and they going like, I just can't tell you, I can't explain it. You should. They show you a little video, and this video is awesome, and they go, no, it was better than that. You know what I mean? You talk about the video is better. You know, it's like trying to explain to people what a banana tastes like. You'd be like, you got to taste it yourself. I mean, you can't explain a banana. You can't. It's mushy. That is not a taste. That's a texture. What does it taste like? Well, it tastes like banana is what it tastes like. It don't taste like an orange. It don't taste like a strawberry. You know, it don't taste like a ribeye steak. What's it taste like? I don't know what to tell you. You just that's the way our event was. You can't explain it. So here's my advice for you. Get ready for January. We have a national convention. I think everybody at the convention bought their ticket. If you're the one that didn't, go online, fill it out. Because what happens is you got to plan to be there. Some of you guys that planned on going, and there were some brand new people that got started the day before, and they say, 1 day's notice, I can't fly all the way to North Carolina. I can't drive 16 hours. Well, they could have, but they didn't have time to plan for it. The question is, with 6 months planning, can you plan for it? You have to get your mind right, too, on stuff. Here's the way mine is. I know you're going to be there. I know you're going to be there, Terry. And I know you're going to be there, James and Jane. So I'm going to be there. Listen to me. No matter what. People say, God can stop you. Okay, other than God. But other than God, my mama ain't going to stop me. My daddy ain't going to stop me. My dog ain't going to stop me. My car ain't going to stop me. You with me? I'm going to plan to have a backup transportation. I got my mind right. If I'm sick, I'm just telling you, I'm going to be there. People say, you can't be so sure of stuff. Yes, I can. That's how I got here. Right. Believing. I believe, and then I try. And I try really, really hard. People say, you can't try, you can only do. I go, well, I was trying, and then I did. You know what I mean? It's like I got my mind right, and I was focused on it. So January convention, leadership in Raleigh, North Carolina, we're planning some crazy stuff. Some I plan on announcing, but the main thing I'm going to announce is the Alliance is going to be there. That's the big deal. The Alliance, and if you are the Alliance is going to be there. We're going to roll out in force. So what an incredible event. We had a lot of our friends there. Oh, what about the ring ceremony? Was that incredible? Now we got guys walking around with that ring out there. And I'm going to talk more about it, but tears coming down, people got their reward, they got their recognition, and now they got the goal that they can set before other people. And what about our pass-down program where somebody moves up a level, their ring goes on a shelf, and it's held on a shelf until somebody else comes along and hits that level and inherits that ring. So you're the keeper of the ring. You're the person in charge of the ring, and you're in charge of the ideals and what it stands for. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but that was a big deal. That's something that a couple of guys that I was talking to, I said, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And it was just, let's just call it situations, but I was determined to get it done, and we pulled it off, and we put those rings in those people's hands, and those husbands and those wives and those guys and those girls, and just said, look, yeah, it was powerful. You're now a symbol of the Alliance. What an event. Sunday morning, so Stephen Davies said he had a slam-packed out room, people that are doing instructional early. It was standing room only. Tim Go did a non-denominational worship service, and it was most people I've ever in the history of the company seen. It was just, what a powerful event. Congratulations. I want to celebrate with you. I want to have a party with you. To tell you the truth, I think we'll have one in January if we don't have one before. I told my staff, all the ABTF and people that really helped me hire people that we are going. I told them, I said, decide what you want to do. We're either going to go all out to eat at Vinny's, at Prago's, or we're going to go out to the house, cook steak, hang out at the game room at the Cat. We're going to do something. Or we're going to have a wiffle ball game here and eat some pizza. We ain't sure which. But I mean, I don't care which. I just want to have a good time because they worked so hard and we pulled it off. And now I am going to be traveling all across the country, and I'm going to be seeing you again, and I'm going to be seeing your new people. I can't wait to get out there and do it. Do we have the number, the places? Is it listed in writing on the board, or do I just read them out? Because I can do either one. Huh? Just read them out. Okay. Next week, I head out to Louisville. Is this right? Louisville, Kentucky? I'm coming to see you, Leventoviches. Mike and Noah Leventoviches, right there it is. See, you know what though? That's typical of the way I work. It's in my calendar. I do it. Sometimes I don't even know because when I listen. Okay, this is big. This is big. This is big, Terry. At the convention, I ask people to remember this little phrase about character. The ability to keep a decision made after the circumstances within which you made the decision are gone. So I promise you, at some point in my mind, I said I'm going to Louisville, Kentucky. And then I wrote it down, I put it in the calendar. So now there's no getting back to, there's no deciding if I'm going to do it. You with me? So when people decide, they said from here on out, I'm at the convention, they said, I'm going to start writing 20,000 issue paid business, or I'm going to start writing 15. If they put in their calendar at this time, they're going to start making phone calls, and then when that time hits, they start doing what their calendar says. Is it really that you kept the decision you made after the emotion was gone? Is it really that? Kinda, ain't it? I guess if we base it on what you do, then I did keep the decision. So I made a decision, go to Kentucky, and I'm going to do it. Did you make a decision, start hiring people? And this one girl, she said, yesterday was 5 hours straight of recruiting. And I loved her comment. She said, now I got to do it tomorrow. And I was like, that's right. So my question for her is it on your calendar tomorrow to do that? See, this convention, this what we do is a simple deal. It's a simple deal when you do it. Okay, got to move on. Kentucky. Then, so we're in Kentucky at 12:30 till about 5 o'clock. Maybe have to get out of there before 5. And then we pop up to St. Louis, Missouri. Then from St. Louis, Missouri, we're there doing a plan, doing a presentation. Can't wait to meet you if you're in St. Louis. And by the way, you say, can you recruit people and have them at the meeting when I show up in St. Louis? Uh-huh. As a matter of fact, you could recruit them today, get them started tonight, get 3 people underneath them in St. Louis started tonight. You say, you mean you can start them without going to a meeting? Yeah, you can do that. You just sign them up online, get them signed up in class, get 3 people for them. You could have 12 people. By Tuesday next week, or by Monday next week, they could already be licensed. They could have 20 people with them. You see how simple that is? And we have people starting to get this simplicity. So I'm going to meet them. I got a crowd of folks coming with me. I don't have a list of who's going with me. I'll send that out to you, but I got a whole jet filled up with people, private jet. We pop to Detroit, Michigan next during the day on the 4th. So August 3rd, Louisville, Kentucky, St. Louis, Detroit during the day, 12:30 to 5. Then we pop over to Boston, Massachusetts, doing a meeting over there. And then, hey, is that the one we're going to do to Providence instead of Boston? Should I say Providence? So it's Boston's here, Westerly, Rhode Island. I'm in Providence. So we should change that from Boston to Providence. Okay, so the people from Boston can come down and Westerly can drive up and anywhere else. Providence, Rhode Island. So Providence, Rhode Island. Then from Providence, we do that's a night meeting. Then we go to Newark, New Jersey during the day. And then we're over to Winchester, Virginia at night. So how many people would I see? I'm thinking a couple hundred, at least, or 100 at each location, 600 people. Yeah. See, the Alliance is expanding rapidly. I like meeting new people. I like telling people what we do. And what's so funny, I always get a kick out of it because what we do is so simple. But yet, I come rolling in there, and they go like, oh, we didn't know. I'm thinking, as simple as it is, somebody should have told y'all. Now, if you came up to me and you go, that's what Paul Roberts told me, I go like, nah, we talking. See, because people need to hear. I needed to hear that. I've needed to hear that repeated about different things in my life. This morning I was listening to an audio of a guy talking about what I need. Well, actually, 2 different ones. I listened to one for 35 minutes on the elliptical. I was just listening to that joker. I was so fired up. I was supposed to be 30 minutes, but the story was going so good, I just kept doing like this right here because I kept listening. Y'all heard of Andy Andrews? His book, The Noticer, the first book, I was listening to that again, and I was so fired up about this Jones character. Jones kept talking to people, and I was like, wonder what he's going to say next. And I was like, I should have remembered this, but I can't remember what the book said, so I have to hear it again. Right? So it's a repeat. And the crazy thing, I just got through hearing John Maxwell say it, and then I hear Jones say it. So I need reminding. So when I come into a city, a lot of what I'm doing is reminding people what they've already heard, I think. Sometimes I am clearing up confusion. You know what confuses people more than anything? And not so much the words, is when people say words and then do something different. Like if they say, this business is easy. This is simple. And then they don't go right business. And they don't have any money. You with me? They don't have any money. So you got this guy looking at him, a guy who's thinking about the business, and he's looking at a guy who's not making dials, booking appointment, and making sales, but he's saying that it's easy. He ain't got money to fly, he ain't got money to drive, ain't got money to take care of his family, because he's not printing money by writing business. It confuses people. And when people that are following you are confused, they don't move, they don't know what to do. So by keeping it simple and doing what you say you're doing, now the people that are following you can follow. That's right. It's huge. It's great. It's a big deal. It's confusing. It'd be the same way if a preacher's preaching it and then he's doing different than he's preaching. And then a man said, I hate God, or I don't like this church. You'd be like, it's the guy, or the girl. You with me? And I'm going like, bro, you cannot judge that based on this guy. But you know what this guy represents? And if this guy is the exposure, if this guy is the exposure that this guy has to that guy, then that guy is bad based on this guy's actions. That's some tough stuff right there. But that's the truth. So these hot spots around the country, the more the people do what they say they're doing and keep it very simple, like book 4 hours, book 15 appointments, go write 7 or 8 pages of business, get a paycheck. Then when they tell somebody, oh yeah, it's easy, all you got to do is book these hours, make these calls, then the guy that follows him, he sees he's making money because he sees him doing it. And now, and see, this is some simple stuff. So it's simple, but I am reminding myself and I'm reminding other people, this is the way this works, is when the do lines up with the say. Okay? it's when the do lines up with the say. That's the program. So me being out there, I always tell people, go tell people about this meeting. Go to meetings across the country. Because listen to this. I'm right here in Burlington. I'm talking to my son. I'm talking to my neighbor. I'm talking to my cousin. And they go like, right. That's what they say. Right. Right. That's what they hear me. I go rolling here in New Jersey. They go like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Can't be no profit in your hometown. You go, Angela, you go down to Tampa, they'll be like, Angela, you come walking in the office over here, they shoot you with a dead gun, one of them squirt gun things in my office. Angela Clark, shoot her in the eye, see if you can make it hurt. That's what they do. You go into Tampa, they'll be like, hey, can we pick you up at the airport? Can we get you something to eat? But it's just, it's just so I'm going to these cities. So you going to these cities so you'll feel important? No, I'm going to remind people. The feeling important part is just extra bonus I get because I'm not in my hometown. So I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, St. Louis, Detroit, and then Providence, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Winchester. The following week, so I get home a couple days, chilling out, sitting out on the porch, talking. I'll be talking to people, texting, mess around, beat up my son a little bit, and the next Monday, I head to Atlanta, Georgia. Are you on that? You on that plane? Terry's on that plane. We'll get you up here and talk to him. Mobile, Alabama. We'll go down there with my friend Chris. We're over to Jacksonville, Florida with another friend Chris and some other buddies. Then we're in Melbourne, Florida. That's where Eric Belair. Hey, did Eric Belair do some teaching or what? Oh yeah, baby. Let me tell you why you clap when he talks. I'm telling you, because he goes out and he's writing business like crazy, like 20,000 a month, sometimes 30,000, and he does it in a couple days. He recruits in between phone calls tons of people. He takes his wife Bobby out to dinner. He's got like 11 children, grandchildren. He's on the phone with them. He's going and seeing them. He's sending them letters. He's sending them notes. He's talking. He went to Greece, and then he went on to Ireland and spent time with his daughter, who he's talking to all the time and about all the time. See, what he's doing is he's doing the do. What he's not doing is what some other people doing. That when I look at them and I say, "What you doing?" Okay, this is very clear what I just said, so you got to listen to it though. See, he's doing the do. He's doing all those things. What he's not doing is what some of these people are doing that I say to them, what are you doing? Right. What are you doing? Now, whatever they're doing is what people are doing that ain't doing the do. You follow what I'm saying? How do you find time not to write 20,000 business or 10,000 or 15,000? What do you do? Slacker? Is that what you said? Careful now. Careful. Name calling has been known to be effective. Woo! 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 Hey. Okay. All right. Think about it. How does he have time to do that stuff with Bobby and write business and recruit people? Schedule and do. So are you accusing other people of doing something different? You got that right. Hey, right here. You a DM right. Right there. You see that right there? You a DM right, but you right down here. You ain't up there. You with me? Y'all understand what I'm saying, telling you is, this is some crazy stuff. This is some reminder stuff. I'm playing on the West Coast. I'm going out to Dallas, Tucson, Rancho Cucamonga, and Salt Lake City. That's coming up. We'll get the dates for that. September 14th through 17th. We did announce another Instant Thunder. We're doing September 9th, 10th, and 11th here. We sold out the first one, and people got angry, and we did not have another schedule. We apologize. We knew that we would have an intimate group to come in here at Instant Thunder. We didn't know that people would get mad that didn't get invited, but they got mad, so we came up with another one September 9th, 10th, 11th, and we have a backup one planned that I'm sure we'll pull off too. Okay, so we're really going to come out with 2 more, and we'll fill them up. Now, we want the right kind of people at these instances. What is Instant Thunder? It's an intimate group. We had 1,000 people here. Imagine if you only had 65 or 75 people and sitting around, and you still got Paul Menachino, and you still got Jane Albright, and you still got Eric Belair. That's what we're going to do. Okay? And everybody's like, what's going on with this cabin out there? We hear it's a leadership. Well, we're going to go out there with the Instant Thunder people because it's a manageable crowd. We're going to train out there. We're going to play some pool. We're going to have a good time, hang out at the pool, do some teaching by the fireside. We got fire pits out there. It's a whole different game. It's a different level. It's like that show was like this. This is a different program. And we want people that are committed and kind of if they're getting criticized by their family as being too committed, drinking the Kool-Aid, working too hard, over just desperately trying to achieve your goals when you might not get it, and their families, that's the kind of people we're looking for. We're not looking for the person that's casually doing it, because we want the intense people to meet with the other intense people from Tampa and Dallas and Salt Lake City and California, Rancho Cucamonga and Los Angeles. We want them to meet so they can start talking to each other and start rising up out of the crowd. That's the intent of Instant Thunder. So as you identify yourself and you go, ooh, I think that's me. How come nobody's not invited me? Well, sad dog don't wag his own tail. You know what I'm talking about? You're like, boo, boo. See, we don't move. I know. You might need to tell somebody that you want to go to that, and we will try to get you. We'll accommodate. We've got 2 more of those coming up. All right. So this thing's getting out of control, and that's a good thing. We're blowing up like Mount Fuji. I'm telling you, it's just people are. I'm getting 5 people in class, 10 people in class. I'm getting. We had a young lady that just started in Charlotte last Thursday, and right before the convention, she wrote 5 applications on Monday. And listen to this. Tuesday, she went in a couple houses. She, luck's got to catch up with you, or destiny, or whatever it is. She walks in wanting 2 no-shows, right? 3rd house, people are there. First thing the man says is, my arm's killing me. She's like, what? She's got a nursing background, home health care business. And she started, talking to him about what he's doing. He said, oh, next thing you know, stroke. 911, she calls, gets next of kin, his family to be there. It's crazy. And she was like, guess what I'm going to do? I said, what you going to do? She said, I'm going to go back after he gets, recovered, and I'm going to call every one of his family and say, I'm over at Joe's house right now. You remember Joe had a stroke last week or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? He's over it now. And we're working on an emergency response system because we didn't know who to call. He needs an ERS system. And I need to come over to your house to get you to sign the paperwork. So, because you know Joe, right? Your cousin, your uncle, your brother. your buddy from the bowling alley? And she said, I'm going to book like 25 appointments. Right there. I said, that's a stroke of luck right there. And no, that ain't what I meant. She was there. She took care of the guy. If he'd have been by himself, if he'd have been by himself and she hadn't have been there to dial 911, it would have been a lot worse situation. She knew what was going on. She suspected it when he first told her, and she was ready. Boom, meow. She took care of Joker. Now she go get referrals. That's what I'm talking about. Give her a hand. Okay, now watch this. It was an old lead. It was an over a year-old lead. We need more people. She's recruiting right now today. I told her, I said, we need more people. She said, oh, I know it. I'm firsthand, I know. We need more people because there's people that need to get this coverage, and she's out there getting it done. Okay, let's do this. We got people from everywhere here. I don't even know where all we got people in from. Sarah and Robert, where y'all from?
We just moved to Austin.
All right, come on up here. Where's my mic? Here we go, the mic. Say again, because they couldn't hear you.
All right, we just moved to Austin, Texas, from Sierra Vista, Arizona.
You out there where Nanette is, right?
That's right.
And Mike.
Yep.
You ever hear somebody call her a firecracker?
Yes, we lived next door to her for 2 years, so we know all about her. She's awesome. She's awesome. We're so lucky to have met her.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Robbie Kraft told me, he says, it's firecracker. I was like, who's firecracker? He says, that's Nanette. I know her as Nanette. That's Nanette right there.
Yes. Yes.
So what's the deal? Tell them who you are and who you are hired by, stuff like that, and about your family.
We're Robert and Sarah Bond, and we have 6 children. We lived in Sierra Vista for 2 years, hired by Mike and Nanette Urkovitz. Mike and Noel, they coach us weekly, so we're fired up about the business, and we just moved to Austin on Tuesday and flew out on Thursday to be out here with the conference, and my sister is the only crazy person that would take care of our 6 children. So we needed to make it here. So here we are.
6 youngins.
Yep.
You moved you and all them.
Yep, that's right.
We're talking about a major ordeal, aren't we?
It was. Major ordeal.
So what's the, why you moved to Austin?
We want to start our own hot spot, and we want to get Texas even more fired up. So recruit. Sell,
so is that a place you always wanted to live or had considered living?
We used to live 2 years ago. We used to live in New Braunfels, which is close to San Antonio, and we have family and friends there, and we just know a lot of people. So we didn't see that there was a hot spot there. So we're like, okay, we can go there and build our business.
That's right. Plus, you got a airport. You got a international airport there.
Yes.
So you got an airport right there at you, so you can travel all across the country.
Right.
See, this is the kind of people you're going to find in your business if you're on fire. You with me? Tell them, Pastor Robert, if you will, tell them, remember we first met?
Yes, sir.
Tell them about that, where that was and your reaction and just kind of how that,
oh, gosh,
what happened.
That was the beginning of where we are today. We met you in Phoenix, Arizona, April of this year.
Yep.
And
I was doing one of these tours that I've been talking about.
That's right. That's right. And we were sitting there pretty much, and you kind of looked at us, and you made me believe that I had a shot at this. And you were staring at me, and you convinced me, you know what, you can do this too. And you stood up all these people out there, and you, well, I'll tell you what, we were fired up after that, and we've been following you ever since. And we're here, we're not in Kansas anymore.
We ain't in Kansas no more.
We are here.
Now, I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying here. When I was here this weekend, I don't really want to recap all my mistakes on stage. You know what I'm talking about? Don't say yeah. I messed up, left and right. Is that what you're talking about, what happened out there? Because you thought, I believe I can do it because he did it.
Yeah, I did. I mean, that's right. I mean,
Isn't that the truth, though?
It is the truth.
But when these guys stand here and they're so perfect and they show the presentation to you, And you think, I must never be able to do it of the quality of this person. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Because you're like, if I got to be that perfect, I'd take years of practice to be as perfect as this fool. You know what I mean?
That's right. We're working on it. We're going to be there someday.
So we got you to believe. How did that happen? See, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to do that. In Austin, you talk to people, you got to get them to believe. How did I get you to believe? Do you know?
Association, just being there, being around the right people, just putting yourself in and here, being here, meeting everybody. Everybody's been so wonderful. I've never come across that in any company I've ever worked for. Everybody treats you with a smile. I haven't gotten rid of my smile in a week. I'm just so happy to be here, being part of everything. You know, look at everybody out there just smiling away. It's just great to be a part of that.
Look what I got here. Who will you affect positively down the road? One smile, one warm handshake, a hug, a nod, an acknowledgement. I see you. I believe in you. I think you can do this. I'm with you. You are not alone. Terry, I will walk with you. We will do this thing. We're going to figure it out together. We won't be perfect. Who are you going to affect by statements like that? Everybody.
That's
Everybody
right.
you
That's
come in
right.
contact with. This is legacy.
That's right.
This is people remember you. This is people that I met in other businesses 20 years ago, and fire chief down in Sampson County, North Carolina. Listen to me. I mean, to be clear, I ain't on Facebook because I can't do it because I get looking at all the stupid cat pictures and dogs and people and stuff. But my staff keeps it up, and when I say, you got a private message on Facebook from some joker says he's a fire chief, that you're a friend of his and you changed his life. I was like, well, give me his phone number. So I called him up, and I said, what's up, Bo? He said, I'm a fire chief now. You remember when you was my supervisor at Textile Mill? I was like, yeah, Bo. And I said, you ought to get in business with us now. He said, I'm a fire chief. I can't do that. Sampson County now, you got to understand. And he's telling about his family and his kids. That's the whole concept. That's the whole concept. You with me? And there's been people in this business, for whatever reason, I had a couple of them get called to ministry. Let me tell you something. I can really talk people into stuff, but when God calls them, I got to go.
Okay.
I like it better. I mean, I ain't against it when he calls them to go to, China or Africa or wherever to go work, do some work, or whether he calls them to go to Chicago or something. I like it better when they say, God told me to come here. Because I also do this right here. I'll be like, all right. You can't argue with that kind of logic,
Right,
No,
But when people leave and they are doing the do, in other words, they change their life, that's not a bad legacy.
no, sir.
Now, it's harder for us to build alliance. People leave. We need to stay right here. But you understand what I'm saying? The deal is, the ultimate deal is what God says. Right?
Right.
So, who are you going to affect in the alliance? Like walking around the back of the room, I had people just, was this y'all's first major event?
Oh, God, yes. I've never been to North Carolina before.
And when you came, you stayed a week.
Oh, and we're here, too.
Tell us about the event. What did you think about it? Because, were you expecting to be what were you expecting?
Everybody was telling me, you got to go. And Annette and Mike Erkovitz, they were telling me, you got to go. So we made a huge sacrifice to get here. And when you walk in the door and you look at everybody, it's just boom. I was blown away. I didn't expect it to be that. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
The association, meeting Eric Belair, people like that, it's just really inspired us to see where they came from. 11 kids. He's doing it.
Yeah.
We have 6. We can do it. We were
Eric
convinced.
Bell had 11 kids and 47 grandchildren. 32 great-grandchildren. Brand new house to keep up. Just all kinds of stuff he does. But when he does, he does.
He do.
He do.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
So brand new people getting started now. What should they be thinking about January? Should they be wondering, waiting and seeing?
No, absolutely not. I think you got to just commit and do it now. Just get the ticket. Believe. The hope is there. The results, you can see it for yourself. And just come out and be a part of it. It's an amazing show. The people are absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, come out and get it done.
Wow. So now are you talk in the game. Are you doing the game? Are you writing business?
We are writing business.
How much y'all do last month?
I'll let this
remember?
beautiful lady tell you. She's good at numbers.
We did 18,140.
Six kids, moving to Austin, planning a meeting, still knock out 18,000.
We have 3 agents and 3 in school. We did 15,140 last month.
How about that? 15,000, then 15,000 a month before last, then 18,000.
Yes.
Consistent, knocking it out of the park, doing the do, hiring people, still loving on your children.
Yep, that's right.
Sister, now let me ask you, some people think you're crazy though.
Yep. We have a lot of people think we're crazy.
Are they voicing that to you?
Yes, they do.
You're right on track
All the
then. Good
time.
job. So it's Mike and Annette, and then Adam
And then Paul.
Hinckley, and Paul and
Epstein.
Val.
Yep. They helped us with a lot of annuities that we've written. We've done 5 annuities.
Paul and Valerie, 5 annuities already. Got started in.
We got started in January, but honestly, until we went to the boot camp in April, that's when we got our schedule.
That's when I was there.
And yeah, I mean, you're the one that said, "Hey, you got to do the do. Stop talking about it. Get that schedule right." So that's what turned our life around.
Hey, we ain't gonna be mean, but I was beating up some people, wasn't I?
Yes, just a little bit, but you need to get people moving. Got to move.
Well, somebody got to tell them the truth.
That's right. That's right.
Somebody can't keep telling y'all doing good when they ain't selling.
That's right.
Y'all doing good when they ain't recruiting.
I know.
They were doing good holding the chair down. But let me show you how this works.
Blah blah blah.
Huh! I'm holding the chair down too, and I ain't even sitting in it. Yours?
That's right. I know.
Look at that. Look at that.
I know.
Holding the chair down.
Yeah.
You can't be too mean to people, but you got to explain to them that gravity holds the chair down. We don't need
Yeah.
you sitting in it to hold it down.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Just break it down, and y'all are like, that's right.
Yeah.
And so then that brought like 16 people up, 2.5 hours away, and I'm looking at one of my buddies going, the heck? You know, how'd she do that? And she stood up and she wanted to tell them. Remember that?
That's right.
And somebody was like, tell her to be quiet. I was like, no, I want to hear how she's beating y'all's butt.
That's right. Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
That was a funny meeting.
She goes out and recruits like crazy, so we want to do the same thing. So we're very excited.
See, they're not confused. See, they're not confused. That's the whole deal. And I think that's what's happening. That's one reason I'm spending insane amounts of money flying around the country. That's why Eric Belair is flying around the country. That's why Chris Long is flying around the country. That's why Paul Roberts is out there doing it. That's why Mike Leventover's going one way, Noel's going another way. Because we're telling people we're here to clear up the confusion. We're here to keep it simple. We're here to do the do. We're here to be nice to people. All right, y'all give them a hand. Robert and Sarah, thank y'all very much. So I kind of know y'all a little bit, and I got all kinds of information coming in. Everybody's telling me who y'all are, and we've met, and we talked at the convention a little bit. Let's see, I want Greta. Greta, would you come up here? And Matt Macon, is that it? And I don't know these guys that good. And Stephanie, would you come up here? Y'all give these guys a hand. Greta, help me.
Yes, sir.
How you connected to us, and how do I know you, and stuff like that, and what are you doing?
My name is Greta Ross. I am out of Dallas. Stan Albright is my direct.
Gotcha.
Diane and Bill Lampy, I'm
Gotcha.
part of their team.
All right.
Best team ever.
Okay. Now, how do you know Stan?
Well, I actually came to Stan in direct through someone else.
Through someone else.
Yes,
Some-
who's not there anymore.
Did they quit?
Well, I haven't seen them in months, so I assume so.
They could be taken.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? That movie? Turn them in. Somebody should call 911, report them taken.
Wow.
Or they could be, what was that show used to come on, that science show where the aliens got them? X-Files. They could have been X-Files.
Yeah, that's a possibility
You know what I
as
mean?
well. Yes,
You'll
sir.
never know. You can't tell. Especially if they don't have an ERS,
Right.
emergency response system,
Right,
so somebody can check on them.
Very true.
Because people crack me up. They go, why people quit? I go, I don't know. What do I look like?
That's what I say.
I'm a genius. Can't you ever talk to me? I'm pretty simple. I don't know. I don't know everything. I just know gravity holds that chair down, not your butt.
Yes, sir.
So are you selling a little bit of insurance?
Yes,
You
sir,
recruiting
I
some
am.
people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I did an overview last night at a church in Rayford, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And the pastor and his wife and their daughter's 18 years old, I'm going to go ahead and sign them up today.
Okay, they were fired up?
Yes,
Are
sir.
they watching now?
I hope so.
Hey, y'all.
Hey! And
What's their name?
they are Melissa and Jonathan
That's good enough.
Bratchett.
All right, Melissa, Jonathan, good to see y'all.
Hey, guys.
What's happening? Y'all need to do this thing.
That's right. You
It's
better
good.
come on.
As long as you do it, don't be talking it.
That's right. Got to be about it, not just talk about it.
People ask me, they go, how soon do you tell people that, Andy? I just told him.
That's right.
That dadgum quick. I say
Just
it to
like
people.
that.
Just like that. Just say it nice. Just say it plain. You remember that noticer? You remember how Jones do it? Just say it nice. Just say it plain. People don't seem to get upset about it.
That's right.
But you know when you're sarcastic or that, y'all know what passive aggressive is?
Yes.
Oh, whoo, those people that passive aggressiveness. Well, I just, I don't even know how they do it. I don't even want to learn. I don't want to pretend. But you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yes,
they,
sir.
they don't say it, but they did say it, and they meant to say it, and they don't want to tell you to the face. They want to say it like if you stand there, they'd be saying it like, like what? Just, here's what we want you to do. Here's what we need for you to do. We need for you to not say it. We need for you to do it. And it's okay if you say it, but you need to do it. That's where the money is.
That's
Because there's
right.
no money
And
unless
just
you do.
talking.
There's no money in talking.
That's right. And it
Right.
don't pay your bills either.
No, it don't pay the bills. The insurance company will not deposit money in your checking account unless you do the do. And the do is booking 15, 20 appointments, getting no-showed,
Yes, sir.
me showed, one showed, right?
Yes, sir.
Supposed to be husband and wife. Sometimes just the wife shows up. Sometimes just the guy shows up. Sometimes nobody show up but you and Jesus. You know what I mean?
But we there.
That's right. And then when you leave, don't take nothing, okay? I have people do that. Yeah. Don't take nothing. They will call the cops on your butt. And they'll be like, yeah, I had an appointment with him, but I didn't show up, and he stole my shovel. Yeah. You got to tell everybody everything, man. No garden hose, nothing.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going
Yes,
to tell you
sir.
something. If anybody ever told you, we're dealing with people.
Yes, sir. Believe me, I know.
Well,
Believe me, I know.
You're going to learn mow and mow.
Yeah, I
The more
believe
the
that.
business this is, you're going to see people do stuff, and you'll be like,
Woo! I can tell you that firsthand. I had an experience this past weekend before I came to conference.
hey,
Yes,
let's
sir.
skip that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do need to do that.
Tell you what, though, this happens. And people say, what's the craziest, best awesome thing about this business? I said, the people.
Yes.
What's the craziest thing about the
People? People.
But we ain't figured out how to do way to do it without us.
That's right.
Okay, tell me, was this your first major event, or have you been to several?
No, sir. I joined in January, and this is my very first one. But
This is
I
the first one.
did everything I could to be here.
Was it-
And I stayed. I'm not even leaving until next week.
And you live in Dallas?
Yes, sir.
Goodness gracious. Well, I'm proud of you being here.
I am so excited. I mean, last night when I was doing the presentation to the church, I just kept sweating. It wasn't because I was hot. I told myself, I'm just on fire. You know? I mean, I was sweating. They kept saying, people were coming up to me trying to film. I said, honey, it ain't going to work. Okay? Put your fan away. Okay? I mean, I was just on fire. I mean, sweat was dripping everywhere. You know, and I couldn't help it. I said, and it's like that all the time. No matter, and people talk about me. They say, "You got such passion," and I do.
Yeah,
I
can
can't
tell.
help
see
it.
I
I
seen
can't-
when
I
you sitting
cannot
right
help
there.
it.
I saw it.
Can't help it.
Don't fight it.
Oh,
Embrace it.
I'm not gonna try.
Bring it on.
I'm all at the meat market in Walmart, talking
Meeting
to people. You
Meeting
know?
people.
Yes.
Talking to people.
Yes, sir.
You're
Yes, sir.
genuine.
I
like that
am.
about
I
you.
am very.
So one thing, I want to be genuine about this. I want you, I don't know where you stand on this next trip. We go to Banff, Canada.
Yes, sir.
And then Lake Louise.
I'm in.
If you can get there, it will be worth it. Because I'm just sitting here going like, I'd just like to sit down and talk to you about 35, 40 minutes,
Yes,
just
sir.
me and you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But I ain't going to have a chance to do it right here.
Right.
You go to Banff, we'll be sitting out there looking at that lake. We'll be sitting there looking at the mountains, and we'll just be able to chat.
Yes, sir.
Just have lunch.
Yes, sir.
Sit around. It'll be 9, 10 of us. Maybe might just be 3 or 4. Might just be me and you and Jane sitting there talking, and we get a chance to talk. That's where we really get to know people.
Yes, sir.
People say, how do we get to know you? How do we get to know Courtney Long? How did Jane and Courtney get to be friends? Going on cruises together and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Going on all expense paid trips to Greece and stuff like that. Well, how do I get to go that? Well, what you do is you book appointments, go run the appointments, and you hire other people and teach them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You with me? And what you do is all the other distractions, you let them go.
That's right.
You have to prioritize and get the job done.
That's right.
Now, we got 6 months, and anybody starting today, we really got August, September, October, November, December. So really got 5 months. So can we do it in 5 minutes? Yeah, you have to work a few days a week. You ain't gonna have to work 7 days a week to do it. And some people say, well, I'd work 7 days a week. I go, you would, but will you? You know, I know you would, but will you? But if you got a job and a full-time job, you do this part-time, you can't win it, there's another one going to start in January. And what I found is, whatever I'm trying to do, like we want to go on safari and go to Africa one time, and we had to put it on the calendar, and then it came, and we did it, and then we got pictures and videos and memories to last forever. So if you want to go on a trip with us, if you can't make this one, we're going to have another one starting in January. But you got to go for it. We're leaning toward flying you into Barcelona, Spain, and doing a cruise to enlist. I think if we do it, we're going to go in. It's 5 nights, 5 ports. It might be 6 nights and 6 different ports, 6 different massive cities beautiful cities that we're going to go to. So it's not like this is your last chance. And I'm not trying to put anybody off and saying don't try to win this time, but I'm just saying if you got a lot of excuses and a lot of problems in your life, let's try to get straightened out before next year. But if you want to go ahead and do Banff, now here's another thing you got to look at. When we go to Barcelona, there's going to be a lot more people because there's a lot more people getting ready. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a smaller group because there are some companies this size right now going to win a trip to Banff. It's going to be this size when we start going to Barcelona.
Yes, sir.
So I'd go ahead and bring it on. That would be really cool.
It's already on.
You going to do it?
Yes, sir. I'm there.
I believe you, and I can't wait to hang out with you in Canada. It's some of the most. Have you ever been up in that part of the world?
No, sir, I have not.
It's the western Rocky Mountains, and it's different than around here. It's a lot of dirt, so that the mountains look sharper and crispier, and it just looks like you could reach out and grab the snow. It's some crazy. You'll take pictures, and you'll look at the picture and go like, I didn't get it. You'll take it again. I'm just telling you, you ain't going to grasp it. You can go on TV. You can Google it. You can look at Banff County. You can look at Louise. You can't grasp it. You just sit there and go like, I'm going to remember how beautiful this is forever.
Wow.
But I'm already wanting to go back and see it again.
I can't wait to get there.
Okay.
I'm in.
Would you introduce yourself and tell us how y'all are connected to us?
Yes, my name is Matthew Macon. I just recently graduated A&T. I got contact with NAA through my girlfriend, Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Turgeon. I also graduated A&T in May. We both graduated with engineering degrees, and I recently lost my job. So my resume was on Monster, and excuse me, and Justin Markison, who's under Patrick Connors, got a hold of me, and I remember thinking that I was like, well, you know what, I need a job, so it's something. And that's all I thought. I was just like, it's something. This will be a stepping stone. It's whatever. And then him and Justin and Patrick kept on contacting me, and I went through License Coach, and I just recently passed my exam on Friday. Well, I have to be honest. I took it on Wednesday and didn't pass it on Wednesday. So I retook it again on Friday, and I did pass it. And then we came to conference, and similarly to what everybody's saying, like both of us we were fired up when we left. Just like we use that saying all the time now. And no, I mean it's true. And the conference was similarly to what he was saying. You just can't explain it, and it was amazing. And I'm with you. We're going to Banff.
That's right.
No, that's right.
All right, so engineers, what type of engineering?
Civil.
Civil engineer. Both of you civil engineers?
Yes, sir.
You understand this simple chart then, don't you? The mathematics of it. So if this couple is writing 18,000, you just figure out what commission level, you multiply it, times it. It's very simple. You can calculate the math. When I
Yes.
first saw this, because see, I've been in stuff where they have this, you have to equal number here and equal number there, and you know, these I don't know what you call them. These,
Calculus and differential equations.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'm like, what is this? I'm good with adding, subtracting, multiplying, division.
When we put letters in there, it mixes up.
When you put letters in those long S curves,
Oh, yeah.
differential equations, y'all civil engineers, y'all know how to do. I'm textiles.
It's tough.
We don't have to go very high in the math and textiles. Textiles, yeah. 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 See, that's, and the other thing is the work.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, when I explain to people, if you make 250 phone calls, you're more likely to book appointments
Yes.
than if you're making 17 or 70 or 90. 250 is going to improve your odds
By a
of
lot.
winning
Yes.
by a lot.
Yes.
Okay, and it's not just a multiple. Like if it was 50, it's not like 5 times better. It seems like it's 5 times better, but it's more than 500% better.
Yes, the probability increases as soon as you it's at higher numbers.
See, he's smart.
Yes.
He's explaining it to people, but don't be careful.
I got you.
You understand? Be careful with them. You have to let them think through this stuff right here. So then what you do is you're going to have a lot of failures. You have a lot of failures. One of our guys, one of our guys that works here, he's been on 7 appointments. He's had 0 sales. Okay? And he says, is that bad? I go, well, you know, Swindale, Bryant Swindale? He's one of the top sales guys in the country.
Wow.
First 13 he went on, he got 0. I was like, so you got 6 more before you even get to where he is.
That's true.
And he might go 14, but you know what? If he quits, he's sure to fail. What I need is constant small failures and try to get better. So 250, he's going to book 10, 15, 20 appointments. He's going to have no shows, no sales, but you're going to get better at this. You can't mess it up. It's just a matter of time. Okay. So who are you going to positively? Let me tell you, if you say, Andy, is that what you want? Is us to be positive and smile and hug and be friendly with people and no negative? Yeah, I want no negative. Okay? If one person goes up to another person at one of our hot spots and says, he's a good guy and all, she's a good person, he's a good person, but let me tell you one thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Here's the justification people use for that. They go, I know they're great, I just don't want everybody to think they're perfect. How about if we tell you that we know they ain't perfect
Right.
and go on about our business about all the positive?
That's
Exactly.
right.
Why does
right.
somebody have to do that up? Here's what they say they're doing. They say, I'm riding the brakes so we don't roll backwards. That's what their logic is. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you ever seen those bicycles where you got 2 people on it?
Yeah.
You get to the top and you say, whew, that was harder than I thought. And they said, well, you know, we would have rolled back down if I hadn't had the brake on. That's the way they think.
Wow.
That's the way they think. People do this. Professors do this. Some parents do this.
sir.
Here's what they say to you. Don't go all out on this one thing. You might need energy for the backup plan. That's what what that is, they're holding a brake on a kid. They're holding a brake on a kid. Because let me tell you something. When you go all out for something, and it fails, you can go all out again. People say you can't give 100% and then come back and give 100%.
But you can. But you can.
Tell them,
can.
engineer.
You can.
Tell them, engineer.
Every day. Every day.
Mathematically, it works. This equation works. You want me to tell you what don't work? Give it 80%, fail, and blame it on that.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's
You give all you got.
I know it's right. You tell them.
That's right.
See? You go to a ball game, you give 100%. Next ball game, you give 100%.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you lose, you come back and give 100%. If you win, you come back and give 100%. I need people to give 100%.
That's right.
Because it's hard enough to live life. You get up in the morning, especially the older you get, knees start hurting right there.
Yeah.
Got to find your glasses before you can see where you are.
Yeah. Well.
Well, you don't need to make it no worse by only not trying.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so here's what I need. Wouldn't it be crazy if people were what they were acting?
Now, wouldn't that be awesome?
Wouldn't be.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes.
Not if they act nice. What if they actually traveled and spent time, money, and energy to help other people?
That's right.
What if they hugged you, high-fived you, shook hands with you, and meant it?
That's right. That's right. That's
See,
right.
because then people would be who they say they are,
Yes, sir.
and there's less confusion about it.
Ooh.
See how this works?
Yes, sir.
This is going to get crazy because I feel it's starting to happen. I felt it starting to happen on stage with our leaders.
That's right.
And yeah,
Yes, sir.
and here's another thing. You can't fake that.
No.
No.
No, sir.
That sincerity that's coming out, and you know, with a couple of people up there that were speaking, people came up to me and said, that one right there, everybody was awesome, but that one right there was incredible. He, she, and they named a few of them, and I said, you know why? Because they're 24/7, and what they're saying is what they're doing.
They're living it.
100% real.
I had this man one time, a couple years ago, he got up there and it was, I this, I built this, I made it like this, I got it to this level, and y'all can do it too because I did it. And I was like, huh. He ain't here no more. Because the people that did it,
Yeah.
the people that did it, see, let me tell you something. I told him, I said this a couple times this weekend. I ain't here, if you ain't here, Terry, if James and Angela, if you're not building it, I ain't got nothing.
That's right. That's right.
It's getting other people to come with you. And then you not being, I did it.
That's right.
That's right.
Here's what I want to say about the rings. If you see one of our guys with the rings, there's three things you know right here. This is what I was talking from stage. Number one, gratitude.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
And you don't get up there and say, I built this, I did this, without saying, I thank you. I tell you what, I ain't going to say too much about it, but Dorian Sanders was the funniest and most honest,
Yes.
sincere talk up there.
Yeah,
I was like, Dorian, I said, that's the truth if you ever told it right there, buddy. That's the truth right there. Because what he said is, I wouldn't be here if people didn't believe in Bill and Diane Lampy, and if they didn't believe in Andy Albright,
That's right.
I would not be here. That's what he said. He said, if people, he said it different, but that's what he said. It was real plain. It was in his language. You got me here to agency manager. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there and work and try to find more people that help me move up to another level. See, this is true if you want to be president of the United States, if you want to be president of IBM, if you want to be president of a Marengo, that Japanese candy manufacturing company just come to Burlington. If you want to move up in that company, you're going to need some help.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You can't do it by yourself. And you can't do it with people on your team giving 80%. And you can't do it, Lucy Diane, if people ain't committed 100%.
That's right.
If they're not committed to you. Now, what you have to do, you have to put them in rooms. We got a room for the non-committed, and we got a room for the committed. You ever heard this?
No, sir.
Well, the room for the non-committed is big.
Oh.
And we don't bother them. We just let them stay over there in the room committed. But what we do is we invite people into the room of the committed all the time. No pressure on the not committed, but the committed is the ones that we're going to build it with. That's the one we're going to celebrate with. We're going to be nice to the other ones, but we're like, hey, man, what's up? No pressure, because every once in a while, somebody will step out into the room of the committed. How do they do that? Like that right there. They just move. A lot of times what they end up doing is put it on the calendar. And what we say is it happens a little bit at a time and then all at once. It's like death. You know what I mean? You're dying a little bit at a time and then all at once. It's like your reputation. If you're doing stuff wrong and you're trying to get your reputation back, you can't just start doing the right stuff and people believe in you.
Yeah, that's right.
They gradually do, and then all at once, they trust you again. So that's why it's best never to lose it. And also, you don't gain your reputation all at once either. I hadn't got my reputation because the first time I went out and did 4 cities in 1 week, I didn't have a reputation. You with me? I got to keep going, and then all at once, people believe. That's the way it goes down. So if you say, well, I'm a changed man. Well, you know how you changed gradually and then all at once? Well, people going to believe you gradually and then all at once. You see, you follow what I'm saying? This is simple stuff. It's basic stuff that I need people to understand. Gratitude. You helped me. I'm a servant. I'm a worker man. And I had help. Number 2, you're going to know about it. It's the first thing you're going to know about our guys with the ring. Number 2, they earned it because of them people.
That's right.
Because they were out there dealing with people, losing sleep, missing stuff that was good so that they could get stuff great later on.
That's right.
You with me?
That's right.
That's the biggest enemy. I don't know if they learned y'all this where y'all went to school, but because I didn't learn it at NC State, is the greatest enemy of great is good. Because a lot of times if you get people doing good,
They don't want to get great.
they don't want to get great because they're comfortable in the good. A lot of times you'll take people that are real poor and they go straight to great because they don't stop in the good zone. It happens that people, you get them in the good category and they move to great, but not as often as this when they're really desperate. See, people usually change out of desperation. What is it? They change out of desperation or an emotional inspiration. Either inspiration or desperation. And desperation, you don't have to be inspirational to people. But now there are people that are good that become great because of the right inspiration. It happens, but not as often. Okay? And that's just a fact. That's just the way people happen. Number 3. So the strength of the gratitude, and don't mistake the gratitude for weakness, because that's where we get our strength from. Because I'm so appreciative of the Alliance, I will be there in January. You know how gratitude is shown? By doing the do,
That's right.
no matter what. And that's when people do get run over sometimes.
That's right.
That's when Chris Long, who else was it? Paul Robert, a couple of my buddies said they don't want to go back down. You know why? Because on the way up, we're messing people up. That's just the way we've done it. Like, we're wide open. And I ain't got time to deal with every little thing. I got to take care of my family, got to take care of my friends, and I got to do it in the right way. And if I'm doing it the right way, don't include dealing with people's craziness.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, I'm just moving up. Last thing is respect. They got our respect. They got the respect of the team.
Sir.
They earned it. They worked for it. They get the honor. They get the trips. There's all kinds of benefits that come with wearing that ring.
Yes, sir.
But they earned it. It didn't. It wasn't. They didn't appoint.
Right.
Now, what I need is more people to move up to that AM level, right here. This is where we start giving out the rings right here. And what I really need is people move up in the boardroom, which moves up to a bigger ring right here. Okay? And what I'm asking for, this is a request. Can't say it's a demand. I want people to start thinking about this. When I'm traveling around, if you don't understand something or you disagree, how about if you disagree? Rather than pointing out to that you disagree, would you do this? And this is some of my really serious buddies out there and up and coming leaders. How about learning this question right here? How do you think it, Andy? What do you mean? What's your perspective on it? Okay? Because I do stuff and there's people go like, here's the way I would have done it. And I go, you know the part where you don't have 39 legs, is you paying business? Mm-hmm. You know the part where you've not found an Alex Fitzgerald yet? Mm-hmm. Not to mention a leg that has Fitz and Diane Lampy and Bill Lampy, and you ain't found a leg like that? You know that part? Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at you because you didn't do that, so let's just forget about that. You know the part where you ain't found a leg that has Mike and Noel Leventovich in it? That Alex Abian? You know where you ain't found nobody like it? Let's throw that away. You know the rest of my business? You ain't found a business like that? And you got an opinion. I want to hear your opinion. I really do. You know why I say that? Because I'm trained to say that. But what I really want to say is get up after I knocked you down. That's what I want to say is get up. You know what I mean? You know I'm going like, I'm not trying to be mean. I just want people to say, what's your thinking? Why do you do this? Why did you give the rings away Saturday night? How come you didn't give them away Friday night? If you disagree with that, ask me that. But don't go with, this is what I've been thinking. Because then I'm like, my job then is to go, not offend you, because that's the way you keep people close. So I just go, oh, okay. That's cool. I'll take that into consideration. Now, I'm not. You understand. You say, well, you just lied. Well, I like it when people lie to me. Don't you like when people lie to you? Sometimes?
Sometimes.
When it's needed, right?
Yeah.
When you need to lie to me, tell me. You know? It's like people come and say, Albright, you look like you lost a couple pounds. I'll be like, tell me more. Tell me more. You know? Right? You say, well, it ain't a lie. It's a lie. Well, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's life's a contradiction. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to be nice to them. I'm not going to say, you idiot. You have no business, no money, you're depressed, and your dog don't even like you. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. You know what I mean? But I am thinking. So I'm telling people, as I travel along, think through stuff and try to use this question. What are you thinking? What's your angle? What's your perspective? Of all the books you've read and the things in your experience, all the junk you've dealt with, what's your thinking behind it? Does that make sense? So then I can see, like some people say, I think 70 will work. What I wish they would just say is like, why do you think 250 will work? Mm-hmm. Right. You say, why do you think 250 is better? Or why do you think calling at night's better than during the day? Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'll say to you, well, that's not what I said. You misunderstood. Let's review it again. Mm-hmm. But it opens it up to where I can explain it.
Right. That's right.
If somebody says, what's you thinking? Mm-hmm. There's no confrontation when they hit me with, this is what I'm thinking. Right. Or they say, tell me where I'm wrong. I go, people don't like to hear that. I told you about the panhandler when I was up in Detroit. I was up in Detroit with my man Jeremico, and he was giving me a ride, and went out there, and this guy come up to me. You know, Jeremico first tried to block him, and he said to me, he said, can I get some change? And I'd been talking about generosity. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, I'm going to teach Jeremico something. So I pulled out the Benjamins, you know, and I got the Benjamins, and that's what I'm talking about right there. And I said, how much you need, buddy? He said, $20. And I was like, I had it all like that right there. And I said, what I'd have done if I was you, I would say, whatever your heart feels like. Right. Mm-hmm. So I thought, that's good advice I'm giving the panhandler, you know. Right. And then I said, $20, you sure? He said, I'm sure. He kind of was like, I saw he copped a little attitude, and I was like, that's weird. And I was like, how about, what you going to do with the 20? He said, I'm going to get some liquor. Oh, no. I said, Bo, when you're asking for money, what you ought to do is, you know, tell them, say, I'm going to get some liquid refreshment. I'm dehydrated. I'm going to go to the store.
Get some food.
Yeah. He jerk looked at me and said, what do you do for a living? I said, well, I sell insurance, hire people. He said, I won't tell you how to run your business. Don't you tell me how to run mine. That's the way I feel a lot of times when I'm talking to agents. You know what I mean? You don't tell me how to do mine, and I won't tell you how to do yours. I'll be like, I guess that's the deal. I go do mine and not tell you how to do yours. I said, you know the part where you are me? You know, you're supposed to copy. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the part where you should say, is that what I should, you know what I mean? I really think that the panhandler would do better too, but you know what I mean? The other thing I would do, I mean, just for all the other people out there begging, walk south if you're going to live outside. You know what I'm talking about? It's warmer down there. Yeah. But see, I ain't telling them what to do. That just, they broke me from sucking eggs right there. I said, I am not telling no more. I'm not. See the program where I'm headed? Yes, sir. Trying to get to? Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Help me understand what you're thinking. All right. Greta?
Yes, sir.
Is it Matt?
Yes, sir.
Nice meeting you. And Stephanie, nice to meet you. Y'all give these guys a hand. Thank you very much. I'm fired up. Can I talk to your boy? Yes, sir. Which one's him? Chandler. Chandler, come up here. Chandler and what's your name? Christian. Christian, come on up here, Christian. My name is Andy Albright. Nice to meet you. Y'all give these guys a hand. Thank you. Tell them how you're connected to us and why you're here. And yeah, let's do that. Who you are, where you from.
My name is Chandler Buell. I'm from Seattle, Washington. This is Christian. I got into this with my dad, and I'll be honest, I was that guy that has taken a month to get through license coach. I was like, do I really want to sell insurance for my living? And I came here, and I realized the big family environment, and it's honestly nothing like I've ever seen before. Like, I'm a college athlete, so I have a pretty good sense of that team environment, and I didn't know there was anything like that in the business world.
Okay. What do you do? What athletics are you involved with?
Baseball.
Okay. And where do you go to school?
Green River Community College.
Okay. So, so what do you think now about doing this for making money?
I am signed up to take my test as soon as I get back to Seattle, and I'm going to get going. I'm going to do. That's inspirational right there. He kept it simple. I'm going to do. And he copied. This is good stuff. All right. What was your favorite part of the weekend? There was a lot of stuff, but I think the biggest thing that was my favorite was failure is a part of this, because failure is a big part of baseball, and that's what I relate a lot of things to. I mean, you can be in the pros hitting 400 and you're going to the Hall of Fame. That's 4 times out of 10, and you're doing good. So that failure is a big part of this, and you just got to keep being consistent to be successful. That's the biggest thing I learned and liked about this.
400 hits out of 100 get you in the Hall of Fame. How much they pay you to get 30 hits out of 100? How much income you reckon you make in the national base in baseball?
Quite a bit.
Major League Baseball. I'd say a 300% batting average is multi millions. Now you could slam out 7. You could have a pop out, foul ball out. They ain't worried about that. It's the 3 hits you get out of 10. That is baseball is such. Have you ever read? Moneyball. Have you read Moneyball?
Yes, sir.
This is it. We really teach our agents to that Moneyball game, because the other thing is what I like about Moneyball. It don't matter about your size, your language, your ancestry, education, height, speed. Where in sports, a lot of that stuff God give you or didn't. Yep. Here, anybody can do it. Anybody, whosoever, that's right, can do this thing. Well, good. Good. And Christian, tell us who you are and how you're connected to us.
My name is Christian Brown. I'm connected to you because I was that guy that was stressed, depressed, and my dog didn't like me. Before I found the ad on Craigslist that I responded to is Brendan Buell's. I responded to his ad and came here, and it
Let me
was.
ask you something. But was you arrogant? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we talk about.
Yes, I was.
Really?
Yes, I was.
Well, maybe you can explain it to us. How is somebody? I accuse him of this, but I was like, how can a person be broke and depressed and arrogant? It just seems like to me that'd be the time to be humble. Do you remember when
Yep.
you were like that?
Yep.
What made? Explain. Can you explain?
Yes, I can.
Okay, tell me. Because this is going to be big. Y'all listen, this is going to be big. This is first time I ever aired on TWC. I can't wait to hear this, Christian.
How I changed, and the reason why I was arrogant is because I made good money at what I used to do, and then stopped doing that, and still had that characteristic. Thought that I could contain that characteristic and still move on and get the same amount of money that I did. Couldn't.
Okay, so let me get this straight. At some point, you were doing good with money,
Yes, sir.
and at some point, you got arrogant.
Yep.
And at some point, psh,
Exactly.
right there. And you kept this right here. That's good. I remember that right there. Because I have seen people, no kidding, they not doing good, and they got the arrogant thing. You with me? So then I meet them over here, and they're still not doing good, and they still got the arrogant thing. But I see what you're saying, Christian. So let me ask you this. Back before you started doing real good and other, was you real arrogant then? Or did it come with the success?
It came with the success.
It came with a previous success.
Yes, sir.
And then when the success went away, you kept the arrogance.
Yes, sir.
This is big stuff right here. This is big stuff right here. But now it's gone.
It's gone.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. People say, that's impossible. You're wrong. Change happens fast. See, people say, you said earlier it happens all of a sudden, gradually, and then all of a sudden. You see, you don't know what happened when he got to this point.
It's not impossible. When I think of impossible, I think I'm possible.
That's good. I'm possible. You hear what I'm saying? So you don't know what's going on in his life. When he came to the convention, bam! Changed fast, just like that. So you can't change fast. See, he was changing before that. And you can decide, before that can be 15 minutes, 3 hours, 3 months, 3 years. Guess who's the author of the decision? You. You made that decision. Now, you could say, yeah, but my friend got me here. That's when you got to be like, thank you, man, forever. Appreciate you waking me up to this. That's called gratitude. That's different than arrogance. Let me say this. If you'd have got this when you were here, if you'd have got the big G, gratitude, that's how you get bigger. It happens to many a person. And I'm going to tell you what, I do not pray for patience. I'm not a patient person. But gratitude, I pray for, and I got to have it. I got to talk about you. I got to appreciate the people that got me here. I got to appreciate my God. I got to understand it. Just like that, God can take it away. And I got to be grateful that He lets me, allows for. You with me? That's huge. This is a big money keeping. This is a big money making. Because people get into this. That's pretty good one, making, wasn't it? No, that's making out there. Okay. All right. This is a good money making strategy right here. You should use that, man. That's a good phrase for you, Matt Making. All right. So, good strategy is gratitude and keeping it. All right. I do want to get Brandon up here. Brandon, come up here because I want permission to talk to your son and stuff because I like the daddy to know what I'm saying and agree to it. Tell him who you are and how you connected, Brandon.
Brandon Buell, I'm connected. Fitz, Lampies, Wilson, Karen Harding, Paula, and then Cliff Matthews. So I'm down here, getting ready to be right there.
Yeah. I just got fired up.
What's up? So now you and I came together. I had a lot of questions. I'm very analytical. I had a lot of questions about it, and I met you in Portland when you were doing your bouncing around.
Yeah.
And that's what turned me on. Booyah! Booyah!
Tell me more.
It is. It is. No, it was.
Don't everybody want to hear that right there? Don't everybody want to hear that? Well, you can't hear that and you don't guts you go somewhere else.
That's right. That's right.
I had to go there to hear that. I can't sit here and hear that out there. You with me?
Yep.
What did you hear when I said it came out there?
I heard so much, and just like this, just like the convention that we just sat through here for the last 3 days on, well, it actually started on Thursday.
It did.
It did. It started on Thursday, and it's still going on. It's still
It's
going
still
on. It's still going on in people's
going
hearts
on
right now.
out
It's reverberating throughout the country. I can't tell you everything that I heard because it's just like sitting on a roller coaster. You did the banana. I do the roller coaster. I can't tell you what it feels like to be on a roller coaster and have you just sit in the seat and then get out. You've actually got to ride the roller coaster. But it was really your belief, and I seen the light of day. Duplication, association, right, and then edification, and I seen the leaders edifying each other. I seen the duplication. I seen the simplicity of it, and staying here. That's why we stayed here a week. And I told these guys, I said, hey, you guys, I need you guys right here, so that I can move right there, right? And we're going to duplicate, and we're going to stay here this week, and we're going to find out how this is done. We're going to associate with all your staff and with the leaders, and that's what I learned. I learned to just copy you.
You understand? Let's go through this again. I hired Fitz. Fitz had hired a bunch of people. They quit. They said, wait. Nobody would quit to hire Bill and Diane. Yeah, they did. And Bill and Diane, and then who's it go to?
George and Penny.
George and Penny Wilson. Then who's it go to?
And it goes to Karen Harding.
Karen Harding. Then who's it go to?
To Paula.
To Paula.
Yep. And then Cliff Matthews.
And then Cliff.
Yep.
And then you.
Yes, sir.
That's a good leg right there. And then I'm working right down here. What's your name?
Chandler.
Chandler. I'm working right down here with a baseball player. See how that works? And then I'm working with Christian, who's a changed man. That's a big leg right there. See, you got to understand the way, if mathematically and engineering speaking and how this business works, my goal is to get you to move up to agency manager. And I hope he does, and I hope he does. But if I can get you doing it, that's called a fire in the basement, baby. Boom, yow.
Booyah.
That's the fire right there. Now, the crazy thing about this, he wants it too. So it's a double combination. So I want you to get there. Here's a question people have. This is deep. This is what I want to ask you before I tell them.
Go ahead.
People said, I have a call to help people. I have a call to ministry. I have a call. I feel like there's something bigger out there. How do you incorporate or how do you deal with that and this? That's what people say. Okay? You with me so far? Can I tell him this?
Go ahead.
You know where I'm headed?
I know where you're headed.
You
Go
think
for
you
it.
do?
You know what?
I'm
Please
headed
tell
here.
me where you're headed. I'm headed
here.
there. There you go.
You know what that says on there?
It says it's pie, right?
It's pie. Okay? The way I deal with it is this.
And do you want me to?
Go ahead.
I thought you,
Go ahead.
prosperity, inspiration, eternity.
Yeah. That's how I deal with it. People say, I don't understand. I'm trying to explain it to you, Lucy. You, Lucy. I'm trying to explain it to you. That's how I deal with that ministry. That's how I deal with bringing people in. It's prosperity. See, who wants to follow anybody anywhere that's poor and pitiful and ain't got nothing? Exactly. Who's inspired if all you do is make the money and pile it up? And then who cares more about bringing people into the program? Eternity. That's who. Who we're going to be with, where we're going to be for eternity. See, we forever will look back at what we were doing now. And let me tell you something. It's just like if you was in high school and you look back and you have fond memories, you're going to be lifted up. If you're in college, you had fond memories, lifted up. It's called a better seat. It's called a higher program. It's called being rewarded for what you do. But it's really what you did. So if you inspired other people, helped other people, I bring people in to the program. That's what I do. That's how I deal with. In other words, the alliance is what I do. That is how I do that job. What job, Andy? Bringing them in. That's what I do. I guarantee you more people this week are closer to where they need to be in life and where they need to be when eternity starts. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why. And then Tim Goad grabs them. And John Maxwell grabs them. And Brian Biggers grabs them. You with me? I bring them in. I'm going to go get them. I'm going to go tell them. Remember when I said this? Right. Are you a go show them? Or are you a come and see? You was a come and see. Yep. Now your job is go tell them.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
That is how I deal with that question. Pie. Some people haven't heard pie. They've heard duplicate, associate, and edify. That's how we build it. Why we build it, why we're out there, why I lay it on the line, why I work 24/7, it's for pie. Because I want somebody else to have a piece of the pie besides me.
Amen.
And there's more pie. There's plenty of pie here for people to get. I want to tell y'all an hour and a half of stuff to do with hunting. And my time is running out.
Uh-oh.
I want to explain this one to you. This one right here is what I just got yesterday, I think, or day before Monday, for dove hunting. Here's the way this thing works. Look at here. Somebody goes, wait a minute, that's what they say right here. They go like this right here. If I hear this right here, they wouldn't let me bring a shotgun on here. I wanted to bring my shotgun. They wouldn't let me on stage this weekend either. All my advisors, everybody says, he does what he wants to. He's just got yes men around him. They said, you cannot bring a shotgun on stage. I was like, all right. They said, people be hitting the ground. I said, when I start shooting, I know they will. But see, this is the dove sound. See, what you got to do is you got to be ready. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see this thing works? So I got my shotgun right here. Right here. I'm not dressed up. Well, I'm more like, you know, you don't want them to see you coming, right?
Maybe they're sharp-dressed doves. Maybe they're sharp-dressed doves.
Yeah, sharp-dressed up. Well, see what happens. See, people say, what does this have to do with the business? Well, when I walk up to people, I'm not like this. How are you doing? And nice to meet you, Christian. You know what I mean? Like that right there. I'm more like, what's up, Bo? That's the way I am with the doves. I'm just like, what's up, Bo? You with me? I'm up in here like this right here. Like that right there. And then I hear him go. I just wheel around like that right there. And I was like, bird, bird, bird. See, that's what we do that's what instant thunder is. You hear them coming. Like the way you walk and the way you talk. Well, that doves make that sound. That's what they sound like. But you sound different. And you got to know what a winner looks like. See, we in the hunt, remember? We're in the hunt for people like this. I played baseball. Hey, you think I want to sell insurance? Seriously. Raise that mic up there and just give it one guess. You think that's what I want to do the rest of my life?
No.
Can you guess what I want to do the rest of my life when I was thinking about what I want to do the rest of my life? Just guess some of the things you think I want to do. Look.
Hunt?
Hunt. But I don't want to hunt when it's real cold. What else you think I might want to do?
Anything else?
Concerts.
Concerts.
Baseball. Wiffle ball. Fishing. Travel. Go to Africa. Kill a lion. Shoot a hog right in the head. Kill an alligator. Shoot some pool. Play some ping pong. Is any of this stuff what you'd like to do?
Yes.
That's what I want to do. This is the closest thing to not doing nothing and making paid that I have found on earth. I'm just going to tell you this.
Yeah.
I ain't found nothing that you can hardly do nothing, anything. I mean, the other day, I'm not kidding you. Monday after convention, I told my son, I said, I'm going to Cabela's. Can I borrow your truck? Because I got a stupid old, what is that thing I got? Range Rover? Huh? Range Rover. Everybody thinks they're great. Them thing ain't worth nothing when it comes to hauling stuff. You know what I mean? I'm going to buy, when I go to buy a shop, you can't take no Range Rover. You need a truck. You need a pick-em-up truck. And because ain't no telling what I'll buy. It's just crazy. And so I told him, I said, we're going. I'm going. I'm going to take your truck. He said, I'm going too. And you should have seen us. We grabbed 2 carts each and just started pushing them. And people was like, I'll take this. I was like, they're mine. And I'm not kidding you. We got Yeti coolers. I got 3 or 4 pair of boots, sandals. I got all this stuff, chairs. I got 8 different kinds. We're going fishing in Costa Rica. I didn't know. My friend told me, he said, you need fishing gloves because when you try to bring in a marlin, he said, your hands will get tired. And he said, you need to get these gloves like this right here. Well, guess what? I got 5 different kinds because every one of them had an angler and if it had fishing on it, I got them. I was just throwing it at Spencer's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, our friends are going to be there too. Better get them some. I got some, you ought to see them. It's crazy neon stuff. I don't know which ones. I just got buying them all. People say, well, do you want, you see what I'm saying? That's what we do. This is what we do. There's this much time. Now, in the beginning, you got to kill it to get free. But when you get free, the whole world changes. And you have all kinds of time to do what you want to do. And you get to play. Diane Lampy was shooting some guy named Trevino that plays golf. You ever heard of that guy? Yeah. Lee? Yeah. She said Bill Lampy's talking to Lee Trevino right now about his son because of had given him some golf lessons. I was like, one-on-one, he's talking to Lee Trevino. Yeah. And you get to do crazy stuff like athletes you hang out with. And I mean, think about this. People want autographs of people. We had NFL football players all in the audience out there. We had Olympic athletes out there.
Crazy.
It is.
It is.
It is. And this is making sense what I'm telling you. It's like we do this much. And can you imagine going to work 45, 50 hours a week, kissing up like crazy, and them paying you $100,000 a year, not a month, a year. And then you decide to get on vacation, they go like, you got to work this week. And you got to sit there and you got to do it. And you need to do it with a smile on your face, you know? I don't understand how, I still ain't found nothing I want to work. He said, well, what you do, Andy, is work. I go, really? I thought what I do is ministry. I thought what I do is fun. I thought what I do is meet people from all over the world. I thought what I do is travel the world with my friends and help other people. That's what I thought. And that's why I love this, and I hope you catch this. It's harder to catch it through the screen, but you catch it here. Y'all caught it this weekend. You can catch it in January, and everywhere I'm going to be, and all our leaders are crisscrossing, flying Stephen Davies all over the world. Let me tell y'all something. We love you. We want you to come with us. The alliance is blowing up like what? Like Mount Fuji. We love you. We'll see you out of here, alliance. Boom, yow.